impressions on kind of how things have gone for you and the team thus far?
Yeah, things have been great. I mean, it's a fun training camp. You can really see they emphasize defense, tracking, working hard, especially through these drills. You can see just the effort that the forwards put in for us D and skating, and all the coaches seem to hold them accountable to that, and players do too. They really buy into that, so it's been great to see.
Knowing what I know about your game, those intangibles seem to fit really well with the way that you play. How do you feel that you kind of fit in with the structure and the systems and things out here?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that makes it easier, obviously, for defensemen to make a read and to be in the right position. And I mean, that's one of the things that I try to pride myself on is making reads, being in the right spot at the right time. Also, breakouts. The forwards work really hard for us, so we can move and we get clean breakouts. That'd be good for us. And obviously, good active sticks. The forwards are really good defensively, so should be hard to play against.
You spoke a little bit about it when you first signed with the Kings, but is that something that makes this such a good fit for you coming here in free agency, the way that the team plays and how that matches your game?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, it's how I like to play the game. I mean, that's whether I'm on a more offensive team or a team that likes to take a little bit more chances from the players. And I mean, I really like playing a structure and like having structure within the lineup, because then you're predictable for your teammates. So I like a team with a lot of structure, and they seem to have it so far.
Been with Brant Clark these first couple of days, obviously a guy with some offensive gifts. What's it been like kind of playing with him and complimenting him with the way that you play?
Yeah, definitely. He's a talented player. I mean, I can't believe how young he is, obviously, and how much success he's already had in the league. And it's a credit to him. Obviously, one thing that I've noticed is he talks a lot on the ice, which is nice. I mean, usually you get paired with a young D and they're really, really quiet, but he seems to communicate really well on the ice, so that's been nice.
You look at Drew Doughty, injured for a lot of last year. What's it been like to kind of see him with you for these first couple of days after maybe competing against him for all these years?
Yeah, I mean, that's it. He's very competitive, especially for what would be like an offensive defenseman. Like, he takes a lot of pride in his defensive game. Just his overall game, too. Like, you can tell he still cares. I mean, even at his age and his career, he could ride off, but he's such a great player. You can see how driven he is. He's such a fun guy to be around, too. Like, he's always got something to say. He's loud. He's energetic, and he has such a good energy about him. It's fun to be around.
Right, I've heard you talk a couple times about the breakouts. What's a checklist for you that makes an effective breakout from your perspective as a defenseman going back?
Yeah, I think one, it's predictability. It's like knowing where my outs are. If the center's going to be low, if the center's going to try to get above, kind of where my defensive partner is on certain situations about where the puck is dumped. So it's just like those little details. Obviously, it's fine-tuning. It's never perfect in the game. Obviously, you have to make reads and stuff, but just being able to, if you're under pressure, be able to rely and know where your teammates are, that's huge. And there's stress breakouts here, so you can already see we're getting a lot of reps at it, so it's been good.
And that's part of the structure you were just talking about a moment ago?
Yeah, without a doubt. I mean, you can see they work on the little details of that structure in practice. I mean, I've been in some practices where it's 2-on-1s, 3-on-2s, and it's more rush-oriented, more offensive-driven. But here they definitely work at drills from the defensive perspective too, so it's been nice.
You've been on a lot of really successful teams, in your career. As you come to the Kings, a group that's had some success but maybe not gotten over that hump, are there traits or characteristics you've seen in the past that you maybe see with this group that can hopefully elevate into some success this year?
Well, that's the thing, is they put themselves in that position. I mean, it's hard to make playoffs every year. I realize that now that I haven't been, well, obviously I was with the New Jersey last year in playoffs, but past 2 years before that I wasn't in playoffs, so I realize and understand how hard it is to make it. So they've done a great job at that. But then also, I mean, I've been on the other side of it when I was with Pittsburgh and Washington. We always faced Washington. They could never beat us, and then obviously 2018 they do, and they go on to win the cup. So I mean, it's just something as simple as beating an opponent, I just kind of staying with it. Like, you don't have to change anything. It's a fine line between winning and losing. You have to get some breaks, you have to get some saves, you have to get a little bit of everything. So I mean, it's never the same thing.
Anton, his first 2 days as a member of the LA Kings, how's everything kind of gone for you thus far as you get adjusted to a new group?
It's been super fun, obviously. A lot to get used to, but it's been 2 great days and I've had a lot of fun, so I'm super excited.
I haven't talked to you since you signed here, but what was appealing, about the LA Kings when you were a free agent, and what kind of made you want to become a part of this team?
Well, obviously, it's always been a team that's been up there competing every year, made playoff. Really, a lot of older players with a lot of routine, good leaders. Obviously, that's something that's super important and to make it far, I think. And in general, just trying something new was one of the reasons. But obviously, climate, everything, situation. Heard a lot of good things about the organization. So it's super excited to be here.
Do you have any previous experience with the goalie staff here in LA?
No, not really.
What's it been like so far with Mike Buckley? He's been kind of known as a pretty good communicator with the goaltenders.
It's been great. Obviously, there's first time we get to know each other, but so far it's been really good. A lot of new things, new points, which is really good to get. And you learn new stuff every day. Get a other set of eyes to get a look at you, and get someone else's opinion is always good to improve your game. So I'm super excited to keep working on them.
The last 3-4 years, the Kings have had a clear defensive philosophy, priority. They limit shots, limit chances. Does that help your game, or do you like to see a lot of shots?
I mean, a team with good defense is always good. I don't think any goal will say anything against that. So now I'm, as I said, super happy to be here.
Off of that, it's like off that question. The system's been known to be goalie friendly. Was that one of the things that maybe attracted you, in terms of looking at, openings and teams and whatsoever?
No, that wasn't the reason I decided. Obviously, it's, as I said, it's a good thing, but at the end of the day, I think the biggest thing is this team has been successful. They made playoff the last couple of years, a lot of routine in here, and that was one of my biggest reasons why I ended up coming here.
It's still really early, but just getting to know Darcy Kuemper, you guys will be spending a lot of time together throughout the year. Just what's that relationship been like thus far?
Super good guy. Fun to be out and ice with him. Lots to learn from him. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to keep working on him, watch him, and learn from him.
I know it's only been a couple days on the ice, but just your thoughts on kind of the mentality and the approach the group has taken in these first couple of skates.
Push the pace. Obviously, you want to get back in shape, game shape as fast as possible. But yeah, I mean, intensity, playing solid defensively as well, right away, getting into our system, and then just push the pace, get your cardio back, and feel good on the ice. So that's what it is right now.
For you guys, I know it's only a couple of scrimmages, but you, Morsey, and Fogue seem to really be kind of buzzing out there. Do you feel like you can kind of carry over what you had last year into the start of this season as well?
Yeah, and we're all in good shape too. All hungry to be better every game, and get more ice time as we go, and by our hard work, hard to play against. So that's all the mentality we have, and I think you're right. We carried this from last year right away, and we want to get this game going right away, first game, and don't lose any time.
For the first time, in your time here at least, the whole top nine is back from last year. How important is that kind of for the consistency of the group with how much success you guys had down the stretch last year?
Yeah, you're right. Good success last year. Obviously, it changed every year, but the consistency is the most important thing. Obviously, Ceci coming back, he finished strong last year, so hopefully we get the same thing this year. And then, Q getting more mature, more speed, stronger. So, yeah, I mean, we all can bring a little more for sure.
Two guys that you're playing with, obviously, with how really steady the lineup was second half of last season, especially after the trade deadline. Is it nice to have, I guess, that consistency going in, knowing that those are the guys you're probably expected to be with at the start of the year?
Top 9, you mean?
Yeah.
Top 12, can move around. But yeah, I mean, we know what to expect from each other. We know, I know what Morsey's going to do. I know what Fogey's going to do. So it's obviously a little bit easier. We know we got a tough schedule to start too. Some good teams, and got to get right into it. So it's almost going to be not playoff push right away, but like some good team, solid team. So got to be ready.
It's one of the strengths of this group that on any given night there could be a different top line. Maybe one night it's your line, maybe it's Kobe's line the next night, but Q's line because of the consistency and the depth you guys have.
Yeah, for sure. I think you got 3 second line right there, and you can mix around whoever's hottest, and I think that's how it should be, and we can help each other like that, and so some big draws as well, like defensively, no matter whether it's offensively, defensively, like we can all help each other, play well. Q got more mature defensively as well. We can play some PKs, so we can all chip in.
What did the Kings add in Yoel Armia? I know you played with him a little bit in Montreal. What kind of player is he? What does he bring to the group?
Variety is never a bad thing on a team. Obviously a big guy. The puck always seems to find him. He's always a big guy in front of the net, like super skill, like can finish too, some good finish. Good skater too for the size he is, like he can skate well. And big, definitely a big move by Kenny.
Does he have a little bit more maybe offensive ability than he gets credit for? Like I think he gets almost pigeonholed in as like a penalty killer, but I feel like everyone has talked about he's got the shot and the speed as well.
Yeah, and he'll get some highlights too. Like he can make some really nasty move out there, out of nowhere too. So I really like a righty. Like I said, it's never enough on the team. So he's a big add for us.
You've been with Kopi obviously for a few years now. Just how do you kind of hear that news when Kopi tells you, and how do you feel going into what will now be formally like his last year with the Kings?
I'm just proud to be beside him for this wonderful year for him, and obviously he's been a great mentor since I've been here, and a great leader, captain, obviously, and good on face-off, little details. Like I enjoy watching him play big time, and I can learn from him too, just watching him on and off the ice. And obviously I watched the press conference here. It was pretty not emotional, but like it's I kind of like that he got this out of the way and he can move on. Like he can focus on the team as well. So but definitely a special player, a legend. 38 years old and can play some big minutes. So obviously always look up for him.
Been a couple days now, kind of getting back to it. Just your impressions from these first couple of skates with the group, and what have you seen so far?
It reminds me a lot of camp last year. Really good intensity right off the start. Guys came in and ready to go in good shape. So it's nice to see everyone pushing each other out there, and you can tell everyone's been kind of waiting to get started here. So there's been some good excitement on the ice and really good energy.
This time last year, we were asking you about what would be new coming into this group. Now you have something to compare it to. How much easier does that make it for you to kind of know what to expect the second year back?
Yeah, I mean, especially just working with Bucks, like a lot. We're building off things instead of changing things. So that's a kind of a jump start on the season, and it's been feeling really good. And then obviously there's an early comfort level that you kind of had to establish last year.
Darcy, jumping off of that, I mean, with the overall roster, there's always changes from year to year whatsoever, but a lot of this team still is intact whatsoever. Do you think that makes it easier to kind of hit the ground running? When you see, there are still lines together, there's deep pairings that are largely together, and everybody's kind of familiar. Does it make it easier to hit the ground running?
Yeah, I would say definitely. I think we kind of carry over the identity from last year, and that goes for the team, but also, like you said, like lines that are together that have been together for years even before I got here. So they know what their roles are on the team, how they play, how to read off each other, and I think that definitely gives you an advantage earlier in the year. As long as you use it the right way, you got to make sure you come with that energy, but that chemistry is already established. But you want to sharpen it up quick in camp, and then, like you said, hit the ground running.
How much do you know about Dumoulin and Ceci?
Both big bodies, experienced D-men. Really excited to get playing games with them. They're really good guys in front of the net, and veteran guys that can read the play, stay calm. Really excited that we added them, and it'll be a lot of fun playing with them.
How much do you know about Anton Forsberg?
Just been getting to know him. Obviously, I've played against him in the past, and didn't know him personally, but he's a great guy, and it's been awesome, early on, even before camp, just getting to, hang out at the rink and spend time together and kind of build that relationship.
Does your game in net change at all based on who the other goaltenders in the system are?
No, not really. I mean, it's not like a line mate where you're learning how to play with each other. I think the biggest thing is, your partner's kind of your support system in a little bit. We play a very unique position where, unless you're a goalie, you don't really fully know. So it's nice to go out there and work together. And everyone you work with, you try to pick up little things from their game as well. So it's been awesome.
You had a great season last year. You were recognized for it. Is there anything that you changed last year or that you improved last year that you're looking to carry over into this year in an attempt to replicate last year?
Yeah, I think there were some changes we made last year, and the nice thing is, now that second year around, rather than working on changing things, you're working on building on them. So that's been an advantage that we're trying to take advantage of, I guess. Where you can just kind of pick up where you left off rather than starting over in some areas. So just building off the things that worked well last year and making sure they're sharp for the start of the season.
Cody, 2 days on the ice as a member of the LA Kings. Just your impressions on kind of how the skates have gone thus far.
Yeah, it's an exciting time of year when these skates start to count. I mean, everyone's been here for a couple of weeks now, but once camp starts, the pace gets up a little bit, and it's been great so far. Great group of guys, and they're very welcoming.
Talked to Joel Edmondson yesterday about how you guys have kind of clicked early. What's been your impressions of playing with Eddie and just kind of how you guys mesh together?
Yeah, still very early, but looking forward to getting a couple games together and trying to sort each other out. But played against him for a long time and know what he's capable of.
Look at this group of defensemen, and Drew and Mikey were talking about adding you and Brian Dumoulin in as being veterans who can help at that time of the year. How do you maybe see this group of six coming together? How exciting is it to be a part of this group?
Yeah, it's nice to be part of a group like that day in, day out. I think we can bring a lot to the table. We've been around a long time, so we've learned to handle everything that the game's thrown at us, and I think we can really be mentors for some of the young guys coming up too.
When you change teams over the last couple of seasons, now you're doing it pre-season, but how long would it take you to get comfortable with systems, with defensive pairing mates, stuff like that? How long would you think it takes?
It takes a little bit of time for sure. I mean, we try and get here early and sort that out a little bit early, so we're not doing it in the season. Especially over the next little bit in exhibition games. I mean, they're exhibition games, but you do want to sort those things out, get your pairs rolling, and just get comfortable with each other and the rinks. So looking forward to playing some games in crypto.
How much time have you spent with, whether it's coaches or management, kind of talking about systems, but also maybe role and what they might expect from you for the season?
Not a whole lot yet. I mean, a couple times just after I signed in the summer. And then leading up to camp a little bit here and there, but more just hellos and are you getting settled and that sort of thing. Now, as camp's rolling on, we're doing a new piece every day, and they're trying to fill in the whole group. So
you haven't gotten there yet, obviously, but you and Eddie have both been, high-level PK guys throughout your career. Is that something you could see maybe translating from 5-on-5 to the PK also?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's a big part of my game and a big part of his. So if we can sort out a good system for our PK here and get that rolling, that always helps down the line, especially in playoffs.
Do you have any secrets for the staff and team on how to beat the Oilers in the playoffs?
Not really. I mean, they're a good team. They've really turned it on the last few years. But, I could try and help out just with guys' tendencies, but they know the systems by now.
You've been a part of a lot of really successful teams, in your career. The Kings had some success, but just haven't been able to quite get over that hump. Are there things you can kind of see with this group that you've seen on some of those other teams that maybe, I don't know, you can help to just kind of build on and help maybe get over that ledge?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, this is a top-notch team. They're in the top of the league every year, and they just do it year after year. So that part of the game is there. Now it's just taking the next step, and sometimes it's just a goal at the right time that'll put you through the next round. So they showed a lot in the last year's series. I watched quite a bit of it, and they really impressed me. So that was nice to see, and now it's nice to be on this side of it and be part of it.
First camp with the LA Kings, 2 days on the ice. Just kind of what have these first 2 days been like from your perspective? How's the skates gone for you?
Really good. Yeah, good pace in the practice. Everybody looks like they're having fun and really like business-like atmosphere. So it's been good.
What have been maybe your impressions of some of the guys that you didn't know coming in? This has been a group that's been, for the most part, together, for a few years now. How has it been like just kind of getting in here and fitting in with that group?
Really easy. Yeah. From day one, I felt like I've been here for many years, so it's been really easy. Really easy to come into this group.
It's nice to have a guy like Phil Danault, who you played with in the past, who maybe you're on the same line per se, but he's a guy you can kind of look to and rely on, who's been established here for a few years.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like everybody is here, like, everybody's been so welcoming, and it's been, like I said, really easy to come into this team. But like, yeah, it's good to have guys that you know from before, but it's also good to meet the new guys.
Skated a little bit with Alex Turcotte and Jeff Malott over the first couple of days. What's that been like so far? I know it's only been a couple of skates, but just getting to know them on the ice as well.
It's good, yeah, good. But both are really skilled. I feel like work very hard. It's been fun to play with those two guys, and I think it's gonna only get better.
No, it's still very early, but how much conversation have you had with maybe it's Jim Hiller or Kings management about just what they kind of expect from you coming into this season, if anything, so far?
Not much yet, but I feel like it's good to kind of give the new guy a little bit of time to get used to everything here, and then there's so many new things to take care of. So I'll probably talk to them soon.
New systems, new practice, all that kind of stuff. How long do you think it kind of takes? Does it take maybe a little bit of time to just get all of that into becoming routine when you do join a new team?
Yeah, for sure. But I feel like I'm pretty good at learning new things. So it's gonna come fast, but there's for sure gonna be some things that don't come right away. But you'll learn them.
Lower body. Probably on a similar timeline as Corey Perry. So I'm not going to get into specifically what it is, but probably similar, not exact, but probably similar.
Andre Kopitar announced yesterday that he plans for this to be his final season. He talked about the importance for him of not making it a distraction and keeping it simple. As a coach, how do you facilitate that and not let it be a distraction?
I've thought about it. I'm not too worried about it. I think our PR staff will probably have a bigger job than I will, because there'll be a lot of requests for him, I'm sure. We all know Kopi. Kopi's gonna just do his thing. He's gonna do his thing every day, whether he was playing for 10 more years or whether he was finishing it off at the end of this year. So that's not gonna change him. So we know that. We just treat it like we do every day. Try to get better, try to improve, try to be good. And Kopi's always been the first one to lead that.
In the structure to camp this year, it's not crazy different, but it is a little bit different than what you guys used last year. Anything you could just share on some subtle tweaks you guys made early in the camp process?
I guess the long and short of it is we made 3 teams instead of 2. Primarily we had 2 teams, right? There was a third group, but they weren't really part of the 2 teams. So we made 3 teams so everybody was involved and got a chance to show themselves up. And then we made the teams smaller. So, rather than running 4 lines out there, you're running every third, keeps you in it a little bit more and also, helps with conditioning. And then everybody gets a chance to show what they got. So I think that's probably just the biggest, two things.
With that spread of talent and that different structure, how do you manage the flow of information? Because you can't be everywhere at once.
Well, you don't see it, but we're having meetings behind the scenes at different times. Between the period, there's a team getting a meeting. Before the first practice, there's a team getting a meeting. So we've kind of just managed to keep it organized the same way. So everybody's getting the same information prior to going out and having whatever specific practice they have. Yeah.
Turcotte's played both center and wing. Looks like he's a center right now. Did your plans coming in at all change with the Perry injury and how you might deploy him? Do you see him better one side or one position than the other?
No, I mean, the guys that can play both, obviously it's an advantage. And Turk primarily played wing last year, a little bit more at the end. We just want to get him in his natural position. He knows he's a Swiss Army knife for us, Turk, as you saw last year. Up, down, middle, side, out, unfortunately, sometimes. So he'll just play wherever. And so we just wanted to start him in the middle. He could end up there. He could end up in the wing. We don't know.
You're integrating new players into the system, especially the veterans like Armia, Dumoulin, Ceci. Is it easier to integrate them as opposed to rookies because they've had the NHL experience, or they're coming from different systems, so maybe it's more difficult to integrate them? How do you look at that?
Yeah, especially the guys. I talked to Pears about it. He's played a number of different systems. I mean, they're all very similar, frankly. A couple things different. We talked about it with him. He did this in Tampa. Something we're doing. He did it in Tampa. He didn't do it somewhere else. So, yeah, those guys they're a day, 2-3 days. They've seen it. It's easy. It's the young guys is harder. They're a little nervous to begin with. There's lots of information. They're just trying to survive. It's challenging for them, and so you have to be a little bit more patient. even though you aren't maybe, but you should be a little more patient. Maybe it's a better way to say it.
The Perry injury obviously opened up maybe a spot that wasn't there before. There's a lot of talk maybe about Liam Greentree potentially getting like a 9-game look. What are your initial thoughts of how he's looked so far? It's really early, obviously, but
yeah.
Your thoughts on him?
It's really early, Russell. I mean, in the games we saw him play down in Anaheim, you could see what he could do, right? I thought today was a better day for him than yesterday, and he's just moving along like everybody else. And I hope that everybody wants to make the team. I hope he's playing free and easy and seeing how things go for him. What I've witnessed for younger players, if they just feel like, I got a chance to make it, that typically hurts more than helps. And so I don't know if he's going through that himself. I'm going to talk to him actually, just see how he's check in with him. But you just got to play. And then if the organization feels like you're good enough, you've progressed enough, then you'll make the next one. Never helps to overthink.
Coach, go ahead. No, well, no, just in conjunction with that, Jim. I know nothing's been decided with Liam, obviously, but I'm curious in him and the broader sense that there was a lot of talk about 19-year-olds maybe being loaned to the A. It's not going to happen ultimately this year, and I guess it's going to happen next season. But what would for maybe Liam, or just even those who have excelled at junior, maybe have even done everything that you can do at the junior level, what would have meant to have maybe the A as an option in terms of development, as opposed to, where that it's not there if you're not 20, and you're coming out of the CHL?
Yeah, it's a really interesting thought. I think some organizations might approach it differently than others within that. This is what I know. As soon as you jump from junior to pro, whether that's American League or the NHL, the game is actually, it's a bit of a different game. It's not as fun. You don't have as much time and space. The skills that you're working on playing the game and improving to try to give yourself that same opportunity in pro hockey in 1/4 of the time that you have to make those decisions. I'm not a fan of players rushing into a situation where they have no time and space against bigger, stronger players, and they have to start playing a more conservative game, because that's just what the pro game is. I think unless you're dominating with an offensive game, you're better off just keeping your confidence, scoring goals, working on all these great things that it's so hard to use them in pro hockey because it happens quick. So I just don't think there's a rush. Now, there will be some exceptions to that for sure. And maybe different players. Defensemen might be different. Guys that are really big physically have matured and maybe play a simple game. I don't know. I think it'll be on an individual basis, but I think you let scorers score for as long as they can score, because you don't step right in often and score here.
Would the A, like I said, though, be good if the 19-year-old shows that maybe he's just not quite ready yet? Maybe even if he has a 9-game turn, but would the A be that good bridge in that particular year?
I think for some players, I just don't know. For me, I can't say yes, because I think it's an individual basis. There's so many things to consider. You don't want guys getting injured either if you're physically not quite mature enough, but extremely talented, but your body hasn't. Now you're playing against men or banging your. There's a lot of things to consider. It would be on a case-by-case basis, but it probably is a nice option for organizations to have for that rare player that is able to do it.
Coach, with the games approaching, have you guys kind of got like a blueprint as to who's going to be in for certain games? We'll put names in place and how many games you want everybody in place for?
We've kind of mapped out the first three, and it's subject to change, but we've kind of mapped out the first three. Get a few guys with some different players, and there's different reasons why you'll see the lineups you do. But yes, Evie, we've kind of mapped it out that way. But we're 2 days in. It's just so early. Somebody asked yesterday, like, who's jumped out at you? Oh, it's hard. It's the guy who did yesterday didn't today, and somebody else did today. So it was probably the same for you guys, and that's why there's a bit of an extended time to see how everybody does.
Has anything jumped out about Andre Lee to you? We talked about some skill work that he had worked on, specifically puck handling summer. Is that something that you see changing or having changed since last season?
I don't know specifically, Carlin.
Or what
It
happened
probably, no, I just, when you mentioned Andre, so here's Andre, here's somebody today that really jumped out in my face today. I don't know about anybody else. Andre, I thought, was great out there today. Had the puck, to your point, protected it, so maybe some of those skills translated. But you just noticed him. His feet were going. We all know how big Andre is. So, yeah, it just was hard to ignore today, and let's see what tomorrow brings. But I would say probably some translation from the skill work he did this summer.
Will Carter George get one of those preseason games before he goes back?
That's a good question. Yeah, and I should know that. It's not my department necessarily, and I would be honest with you and tell you that I haven't even looked at the goaltenders. We looked at the forwards and the defensemen. We got a goalie department and Bucks and the management. I don't weigh in on that too much. I try to stay away from those guys as best I can.
When you're in a camp scrimmage and someone does jump out at you, how much stock do you put into that information if it's a veteran where you're saying, like, yeah, this happened, but it's also in a camp scrimmage, you know what I mean? How much do you value that?
Those guys, for me, come in and out, the veterans. They come in and out. So it's nice to see if somebody's worked on their shot or somebody's tried to get stronger. You maybe can see some of those things, but try not to judge the veteran players as much on a day-to-day basis. We know what they can do. Unless somebody was out of shape, nobody comes into camp out of shape anymore. Any veterans, that's kind of gone away. So yeah, you just, kind of just keep an eye on it, but we're not judging those guys too quickly yet.
Thanks, Jim.
Thank you.
Oh, I would say, let me make an exception. Drew has jumped out at us that way because of, what he went through. He's certainly moving a lot better, right? That's an easy one. So that's one, and we were all looking forward to that and seeing how so that's one for sure.